Hello everyone, welcome to the Chakra series. We'll be focusing on our heart chakra for this sequence. So using a block, maybe a rolled up blanket or even another yoga mat that's rolled up so that we can lay down safely, placing it right between our shoulder blades, right there on our shoulder blades to help elevate the front of the heart chakra. And start with your knees bent here. Now the head can be supported as well with another blanket or prop, or even I'm going to do here shortly rolling up the edge of your yoga mat so it creates almost a pillow. Let your arms open wide and you can extend your legs if that's better for the low back. Alright, and then just welcome yourself here as you become aware of the opening in our heart chakra. Of course, right where our heart is, it's associated with love, with compassion, with gratitude and generosity. It's associated with the element of air. As such, its energy is associated to the breath. So as you're breathing in and out through the nose here, feel the expansion and the contraction of the body with each breath you take. We're going to slowly bend the knees, grabbing a hold of the edges of your mat. Lift your head, press down onto your forearms and elbows as we come into seated so that we can cross our legs, maybe a couple shoulder rolls here. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Inhale, get long through the sides of the heart chakra, sides of the body. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, gathering all that good energy in. Exhale, hands to heart center. And pause here, close your eyes for a moment and feel your heart beating. Setting an intention in this place of love and awareness, set an intention. And then releasing as we come into our table pose. Inhale into your cow belly, look forward. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, tilt the tailbone up while keeping the core engaged. Exhale, belly button up towards the spine. So moving in a wave-like motion here, and just an opportunity to connect to the breath. Right? We breathe about 20,000 breaths per day. And even for just this moment, let's pay attention as it moves in and out through the nose, providing us with this fresh oxygen. All right. From a neutral spine, extend your right arm, extend your left leg, find your balance here. You could stay here or bending the floating leg, grabbing a hold of the foot, catching it with your right hand. Open through the chest, draw the shoulder blades together, open the throat. Spread those toes wherever you are, and then release the pose. Bring the knee towards the chest, left knee towards the chest, extend it behind you. One more time, left knee to chest, and then step it in between your thumbs for low lunge. You can slide that back knee a little bit. Sweep the arms up towards the sky. And this time we're going to place our hands onto our low back. So get long first and inhale, and then exhale into your gentle back bend. So we're going to do a lot of this, chest opener, some shoulder work, so we can balance this heart chakra. All right, sweep the arms up on your next breath in. Release the hands down, step it back. Let your knees move behind your hips, preparing to lower down, elbows hugging in. Stretch the legs, inhale into your cobra, lower down. This time walk your hands wider, and then we're gonna come back up and look over the right shoulder, come back to the center, look over the left shoulder. Keep stretching the legs here, protecting that low back. Look over the right, kind of like what a cobra would move, right? So good for our spine, so good for balancing the muscles in the front body. All right, the next time you're facing the center, take your chest back down, walk your hands under the shoulders, and gently press yourself back up into your table. Bring the knees under the hips. And then begin to walk your hands forward into puppy stretch. So keeping your hips directly above your knees, walk your arms forward. Let your forehead rest on the ground and inviting a gentle back bend, melting heart here. All right, we're gonna come up halfway a little bit and thread your left arm underneath, resting on the left side of the face. Now the right hand can stay where it is. You can sweep it up towards the sky or wrap it behind you. Take a few moments here, opening up the neck and the shoulders. And then we're gonna slowly keep our arms in this position and rise up with our hips towards our heels. Take your left arm up, right arm down in a version of camel. Some of you might keep your hips on the ground, some of you might lift it. And then release the hips down, coming back into table. Breath by breath, take your time. Come into your cat-cow stretches, maybe adding circles in the hips here, organic movement. Really just focusing on that breath. If anything else, we're breathing, we're doing yoga. We're aware of the breath. That is a practice of yoga. Circling in the opposite direction if you haven't done so. And then moving back into neutral. All right, extending the left arm and the right leg. Hug that lower rib cage in, extending through the crown of the head. Option to catch your right foot with your left hand. Spread your toes. Press your shin towards the back behind you. Beautiful. Keep breathing. A little bit of balancing here. And then release the arm down. Hug that right knee into the chest. Round your back. Even give that knee a kiss. And then extend that right leg back. Get long. And then gently step that right leg in between your thumbs, coming into that low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then take your hands to your low back. So get long first and then the back bend as you exhale. Draw your elbows towards each other. Keep opening through the chest. So our front muscles are really short from all the forward motions that we do throughout the day. So this is such a nice way to balance those muscles in the front and the back. All right, frame that front leg. Take the knees back behind the hips, getting ready to lower down as you exhale, elbows pointing towards the back wall. Stretch the legs, inhale, cobra. Make sure we're not feeling a pinching on that low back. And then let's play with strengthening those weak back muscles. Float your hands off the ground. Some of you might interlace your fingers behind you. Stretch the legs, open through the front. So our back muscles are typically long, so strengthening them will help find that balance. All right, pressing down, coming back into our table pose. And once again, coming into that puppy stretch. Walk your arms forward. Keep your arms active here. You could keep your arms long. You might take your hands together so that the fingertips are pointing towards the sky, or you can take your hands towards your low back and moving that elbow forward, right? Opening through the armpits, through the sides of the body. And then slowly take your hands back down forward. Gently rising back up so we can thread that right arm underneath. So keep that left arm long, this time resting on the right side of the face. Left arm can stay long overhead. It can sweep up towards the sky, or taking it over behind our low back. Whatever feels good for that shoulder. And breathe. We're gonna keep our arm in this position as we slowly let the upper body come up, taking your hips towards your heels. And then take that left arm behind you for support. Sweep the right arm up into a modified camel, keeping the hips down, or maybe lifting it up one more time, opening the front of the body in camel pose. And then making your way onto table. And this time, coming into your plank pose to transition into our first down dog of this class. Once you get to down dog, shake the head. Walk your dog as you bend one knee at a time. All right, keep spreading those fingertips wide as we prepare to come forward into our plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to open the front of the body. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, from this down dog, we're gonna bend the knees a lot, look forward, and step or tiptoe your way into the front of your mat, forward fold. Generous bend in those knees. Remember the back body is already long muscles except for the calf muscles. So here, just enough to allow some fresh oxygen into what feels like tight muscles in the back of our legs. All right, slide your hands towards your shins. Inhale into a flat back, strong back body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, lead with the heart. Exhale, fold, let the head go. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, and then gently rise up, press down to come up, sweep the arms up, hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, the arms up, exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, inhale, stretch, get long. Exhale, hands to heart. This time as we inhale, let's go ahead and interlace the fingers and bend to the right side, bend to the left side. Keep the legs strong and firm here. Bending to the right, side bend to the left. Once you're back in the center, let's release our hands to our low back, open up through the front. So we're going to be doing a lot of these movements. Beautiful. So we only kind of open the front body about 20% in our lifetime, so we want to really balance that out. All right, shake it off, move those shoulders around, coming back into Tadasana. Strong mountain pose. Find your strength in your legs, your connection to the earth as we come into our standing poses here. Feel the heart beating. Heart is open, heart is vulnerable. All right, inhale to stretch, exhale to fold. Come up halfway, exhale, fold. Rise back up, sweep the arms up. We're coming into circle of joy here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, strong back, flat back. Exhale, fold. One more time. Rise up slowly, get long. Inhale, swan dive. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So that's our circle of joy. This time we're going to step the legs back into our plank to downward facing dog. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Bend your knees a lot. We're coming into a down dog twist here. Take your left hand and grab a hold of your right leg, anywhere in your right leg, and let the head hang. We're going to switch side. Take your left hand back to down dog. Right arm this time grabs a hold of the opposite leg into a twist. And take it back to the center. Take your feet back to hip distance width apart. Right leg inhales up. And then step it through in between. Inhale to rise up into our warrior one. And then interlace your fingers behind you. Open through the front. Stretch your arms. Press your knuckles down towards the earth. Keep grounding through the back leg. And when you're ready, exhale into bowing warrior, humble warrior. Let the arms keep reaching up, strong arms, let the head go. Keep grounding through the back leg, back foot. And then slowly come up halfway, release your arms down onto the earth. Take that right arm up into a twist. So left arm stays down, and let's circle that right arm around a few times. So this is the chakra that we now reach to others. We've balanced the lower three when it's all about us, and now in this heart is when we share this love. All right, the next time that right arm is up, go ahead and lower the back knee. And we're gonna windmill that right arm behind us as we sweep that left arm up. Beautiful. Deep stretch of the psoas here. That left thigh, the front of the left thigh. And then begin to windmill your arms to frame the leg. And take that right leg up into three-legged dog. Nice. Stack that right hip on top of the left. Bend that knee. Move that ankle around. Move that right ankle around a few times, and then begin to square the hips, release the right leg down. This time, left leg inhales up, stepping it through in between the hands for warrior one. So ground the back heel, sweep your arms up into the sky for warrior one, and then interlace your fingers the awkward way here behind you. Beautiful. Once again, draw the shoulder blades together, open through the heart, keep grounding through the back leg as we prepare for humble warrior. So the arms, the inner arms stay strong, and then bowing down. So the left shoulder is almost grazing that left knee. The back foot is anchoring us down. Relax the front toes. Let the head go. All right, lift the head halfway. Release your arms down to frame the front leg. Pop up on that back heel. We're coming into that lunge so we can sweep that left arm up, stack through the shoulders. And then circle that left arm around. Beautiful. You can follow the fingertips. Your gaze can follow the fingertips or keep it steady. All right, guys. So here, we're going to frame the front leg. Coming into that three-legged down dog. Left leg reaches up. Stack the hips. Move that left ankle around. So keep the shoulders square here as we twist really from the middle to lower back. All right, square the hips. Come back into downward facing dog. Float forward into plank. Lower down. Let's vinyasa here. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. From down dog, right leg inhales up, stack your hips. Some of you might come into flipping the dog pose or keeping the hips stacked. So if your dog is flipped, you can take your right thumb towards the heart as a reminder to open it up. All right, look down from your dog. Take that right leg up, square the hips. And then step it through in between, coming into high lunge. Sweep the arms up. Beautiful. Come into goddess arms. Draw the shoulder blades together. Hug the bottom rib cage in. Interlace the fingers behind you. Get long. And then we come forward to balance in warrior three. So floating the back leg, our fingers are interlaced behind us. Heart is floating up. You could bend the standing leg. It's okay to fall. So warrior three with fingertips interlaced. And when you're ready, let's fold forward. Let it go. Stepping back into your plank. Let's vinyasa here. You could skip this vinyasa part, but we'll meet in down dog. All right, left leg up for three-legged dog. Stacking the hips, flipping that dog as an option. Really lift the hips up towards the sky. You could take your left thumb to the heart. Beautiful. Looking down, taking that left hand down, take that left leg up, three-legged dog, and then step it through in between your thumbs. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale the arms into goddess or goalie. Interlace the fingers the awkward way. Get long, gentle back bend, and then getting ready for warrior three, balancing on that left leg. Make sure all 5 toes behind you are pointing down, hips and shoulders are square, upper back is strong and lifted. And then we'll meet in forward fold when you're ready. Stepping back to vinyasa as an option. If you want to skip vinyasa, we'll meet in downward facing dog. All right, guys. From down dog, take a moment, find stillness, notice how it feels. Breath is flowing, just like the element of the heart chakra, air is flowing. Right leg inhales up. Step it through. High lunge, rise up. Let's open it up into warrior two here. Bending the front knee, reverse the warrior. And then come into extended side angle. We're gonna go back and forth here. Come back to reverse warrior. Then right elbow gently taps the front knee. Go back and forth with your breath, flowing with your breath. Reverse, side angle, reverse warrior, inhale. And then stay here in your reverse warrior whenever you get there. Just enjoying the opening in the right rib cage. And then slowly take your right elbow into that extended side angle. And we're gonna stay here, adding some options. That left arm can reach behind you. Some of you might play with a bind, interlacing the fingers. Good, so whichever version you're in, take a moment for a couple of breaths there, opening the shoulders and the chest. All right, when you're ready, let's go ahead and come back into Warrior Two so that we can transition to Trikonasana triangle pose. Right arm forward, left arm reaches up for a moment and then take it behind you. So focusing a lot on opening those pectoral muscles here. All right, look down, come up, take your hands to your hips, stepping the feet towards the front of your mat. We're getting ready to balance in dancer's pose. So standing on your left leg, bend that right knee, catching a hold, your choice, pinky toe side or big toe side. Left arm reaches up to help us balance. So this is such a vulnerable pose where we open up into that heart opener and yet we're balancing. So it requires a lot of strength and vulnerability at the same time to move into dancer's pose. It's okay to be shaky. So keep pressing that right shin back. Maybe some of you might play with letting the upper body come forward, but no matter where you are, get long, find your balance, and then we let that go. Release the leg, release the arms, and then inhale the arms up, exhale to fold forward, come up halfway, take it back into your plank, vinyasa. Breath by breath, downward facing dog. And this time we're going to get ready to inhale that left leg up for three-legged dog. Gently and quietly step it through in between for high lunge. Inhale, the arms up. Just so we can transition into Warrior Two. Open it up so the pelvis and the shoulders are all facing the same direction. Let's move into that flow of reverse warrior. And then extended side angle, left elbow onto the knee, right arm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale to extended side angle, relax those front toes. Inhale into your reverse warrior, keep grounding through that back leg. Exhale, extended side angle. And then the next time we're in reverse warrior, let's stay here. Keep bending the front knee gently above the ankle, keep reaching that left fingertip up. You can look down. You can even flip that left palm up towards the sky and see how that feels for the shoulder. All right, let's transition into extended side angle. Left elbow onto the knee, right arm reaches up and over by the ear, maybe up to the sky. Maybe it moves behind us. Maybe we come into a bind. Right? We have the choice. That's our third chakra talking to us. As yogis, as people, we have a choice. We make the best choice for ourselves. That's the power we have. All right, releasing to come up into triangle pose. Here in triangle, let's take that top arm and wrap it behind us. So once again, keep working through opening the chest and that right shoulder, left shoulder. All right, look down, come up, hands to the hips. Take your legs towards the front of your mat, shake it out, making our way into dancer's pose. This time, balance on the right leg, bend the left knee. Hooking the big toe or the pinky toe side. Right arm reaches up to help us balance. And then you could bend the standing leg a little bit. See how it feels to maybe slightly come forward while maintaining the back bend. So back bends really are opening the front body, and I really want you to feel that freedom in the front of your body. Feel free, feel vulnerable. It's okay to fall. It takes strength to be vulnerable. So this pose requires us to do both. All right, releasing the pose, shaking it out, coming into your mountain. Close your eyes for a moment and see how you feel. Notice the vibrations, notice the heart beating, the breath flowing, the freedom that you feel. Then take it up, take the arms up to the sky, fold forward, inhale, flat back, take it back to your plank, vinyasa as an option, or move straight into down dog. Okay, from downward facing dog, we come down onto our knees, we rest in child's pose. Take your hips back. Let your forehead rest, let your jaw relax, and pay attention to the back body here as it's breathing. All right, we're gonna bring our knees about hip distance width apart, and you could take a look here for a moment. We're coming into dancing camel. So with your left arm forward and right arm is by your side. We're gonna windmill the arms so that the right arm lifts up, and then that left hand can move towards your low back or to the ankle, and then we windmill it back down so that we're back to where we started. Okay, so that's dancing camel. When you're ready, left arm reaches up and behind, right arm up. Then windmill your arms back down into child's pose. Inhale into your camel. See that one more time. Windmill your arms down. So the right arm is by your side as you come into child's pose. And then the left arm leads the way up and behind, and then the right arm stays up. I know it's a little confusing, but once you're in that camel pose, stay here for a few moments. Once again, that left hand can be on your low back. It can be in your ankle. And then we release back into child's pose. We're gonna switch the arm. Right arm forward by the ear, left arm by the side. Knee is still about shoulder or hip distance width apart. Okay? So with your left arm by your side, right arm forward. When you're ready, let's inhale to windmill into dancing camel. Exhale back into child's, right arm forward. Inhale, the right arm reaches up and behind, the left arm reaches up after that. Okay, take it back down into dancing camel. Inhaling to rise back up into that dancing camel. One more time, we're gonna come back down into that child's pose, right arm forward. And the next time we lift back up, we stay here. So my toes are curled underneath. That feels better for my low back. My left arm is kind of trying to line up with my left ear to open that shoulder, open the chest. All right. Releasing the arms down. Making our way into a regular child's pose. Let your arms come forward. Take a few breaths here. And then rising up slowly so we can transition onto our back. And if you want to use your block here, it's available to you. You can. So some of you we're coming into bridge, 4 times into bridge. So first, hug the knees in, rock side to side. If you want to use your block for supported bridge and stay there for the duration of these bridge poses, please do that. Otherwise, we're going to be moving 4 times in the bridge pose, an option to come into the full back bend. So as you're ready, Let the exhale lift you up into your back bend, sliding the block underneath or not. And those of you without the block, go ahead and lower back down into neutral. Take an inhale. And then exhale, lift the hips back up. Some options here to interlace the fingers towards your low back. You can come up on your tippy toes. You can sweep the arms by your ears. You can even place your hands towards your low back. So there's different variations in bridge. And again, some of you might have the block underneath. Just stay there. Enjoy that restorative pose. All right, if you don't have the block underneath you, go ahead and release your arms back down to the sides. Lower the spine down. We have 2 more times to lift here. Option to move into the full back bend if that's part of your practice. If that's the case, let the exhale move you into the bridge. And some of you might exhale into the full back bend, pressing your hands down. So your hands are by your ears, and then you press down, you lift the heart up to the sky. Right? If you're in bridge, we have all those other variations. And then we come down just for a moment, back to a neutral spine. We're going to do that again. Take an inhale, exhaling into your bridge or the full back bend. My hands are by my sides. I'm coming into that wheel pose. And whichever version you're in, right, feel the opening in the front of the body, the chest. And when you're ready, go ahead and lower down, back to a neutral spine. Now resist the urge to come and hug the knees here. We did a lot of back bends here. So those of you with a block underneath, just move it to the side, back to neutral spine. All right, before we move into our Shavasana, let's go ahead and extend the legs up towards the sky. And you can move the ankles around ever so gently. And then when you're ready, into your Shavasana, you can keep your knees bent. You can extend the legs. Feel free to stretch out. And I know it's really dark in my background, but once you're in your Shavasana, you can close your eyes and just listen to the sound of my voice for the next couple of minutes as we let the magic of our poses do the work for us now. Right? Let your breath be whatever it wants it to be. And once again, bring an awareness to the center of your heart chakra. It's associated with the color green or the color pink. And just begin to visualize that color saturating every part of your body. Right? It's also a healing force aside from love, aside from the compassion and generosity. This is the chakra that heals. And this heart requires an understanding and practice of balance between mind and body, a balance between the self and the others, a balance of giving and receiving. And as we open this heart, it requires us to transcend our ego, allowing us to surrender to forces larger than the self. So let the Shavasana be that. Surrendering to forces larger than ourselves, and just cherish this moment of stillness, this powerful moment. Alright, beginning to invite movement. If you wish to continue in Shavasana, stay here a little bit longer. Otherwise, allowing yourself to move, to wiggle the toes and the fingertips, stretching, rolling onto your side when you're ready, and coming up into seated so that we can close our practice. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.